What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. On the last episode of the B2000 series, we lowered the truck and it's looking fantastic. Now we're gonna do the best part, is upgrading all the cosmetic and make it look very nice. So let's get started.
ハイパースピードメディア
So the first thing we're gonna do is actually just wash the car. We're gonna just sprinkle it down and wipe it down. It hasn't been washed in 3 years. It's just so dirty and was tracking so much dirt. Just doing this alone makes the truck so much more cleaner and nicer already just to look at it. And the next thing we're gonna do is actually upgrade the front of the car. The first common thing to do is to upgrade the grille. They sell the chrome version of this grille, which is very hard to get. I happened to bought it a while back, like 2 years back, and it was just storing in the garage. I think now's a good time to actually slap it on. Personally, I do like the black grille more, but I'm just gonna slap it on just because I have it. And also, I'm gonna upgrade the lights, the headlights, the side marker, and as well as the turn signal. These are gonna be LED lighting, so it's gonna give lower power usage, but also a lot brighter than the old bulb. And of course, we got to upgrade the tail lights as well. And here's all the stock lighting. I'm missing the turn signal. All of this is going into the bin, and we got all new lights. And here are the new lights. As you can see, these are clear lens instead of the amber color. I like the way the clear lens works. It just looks so much better, I think, for the truck. And also, if you look here at the headlight, I only bought this because the way it looks. It has this like halo look to it. It gives the front of the car, the truck, has looks like it has eyeballs, sort of. And also the tail lights, again, got rid of the amber color and it's just the clear color. And the turn signal is actually pretty unique as well. These are sequential and also switchback, so it does turn to white light and amber light when you're making a turn signal. So it's really cool. It does come with additional wiring to make that work, as well as the headlight. The headlight also comes with these red and green wire that you could wire up the turn signal into the headlight itself and also the running light for the halo. So it's pretty cool. Another thing I forgot to mention is that these turn signal lights actually comes with this flasher relay for LED lights. So that will fix any kind of hyper flashing issue when you're switching over to LEDs. So I just removed the flasher relay on the driver's side kick panel, and there's the factory relay. If you look at it, it's this green box, and for the new relay to work, you have to wire it in. Taking a look at the bottom of the OEM relay, there's some marking on it, which has the E, B, and L. So E is negative, which is the black wire here. You're gonna match that with E. Red is this B wire, and then blue is this wire for the light. And you just need to plug this into the factory harness and it should work. To install it, make sure you connect the correct pins to the correct socket. It's hard to see it from the back up there, so you gotta kind of like just feel it out and see which wire goes to where, and then just zip tie it to one of these wires. And I already spliced the wire already. So the red wire is your running light, and your green wire right here with this connector is the turn signal. Now it's actually a good time to test it to make sure everything works. And next I'm going to install the headlight. I think it'll look fantastic. Hopefully it fits in this housing right here. Yeah, it's like hitting this part. I could either trim it or hammer it. As you can see, the shape of the back is slightly different from the halogen seal bulbs. So for it to work, you actually have to modify the housing for it to sit flush. The first thing we need to do is actually get a little cutter, and you have to kind of trim a piece off of here because this is hitting the headlight. So we have to trim a little piece off of here, but do not trim too much because this is actually part of the support system of the headlight housing to strengthen the housing. And now that that piece is cut, we can actually hammer it down so it doesn't lose too much strength. Also, we have to hammer each corner right here. So we're going to have to flatten this kind of like a bevel part right here. So we're going to have to do that in all four corners. So just make sure you got a metal surface right here on the bottom, and get yourself a hammer and just kind of flatten it. You're just only flatten this piece right here. So make sure you hit the right spot. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Now we could test the new light and see if it works. Now you can see it sits flush. We could also put on the bracket for it, and the bracket also sits flush. And that's how you want it to be when you're modifying these. And now we can finally properly install the light. And lastly, we have the grill itself. These are the chrome grill. I got them from Rock Auto. It's if you see it available, you have to grab it right away because they will sell out in hours or in minutes because people always look for these grill. And here we have it. As you can see, it doesn't come with this Mazda logo right here. You have to transfer that from your old grill into here if you want the logo on there. But it looks great. It looks like it can easily be scratched, so you got to be very careful with this. But yeah, we're going to install this as well. Again, make sure you test all the light before we continue. Now I'm going to install the chrome grill. It's going to look fantastic. And finally, we're getting to the good part. Now we're ready to mount the tires onto the wheels. And what I have for a wheel choice is the Wheel Pro Black Rhino Shogun. So there wasn't a lot of great choices of wheels because of 6 lug and offset that I needed. This will poke out a little bit, but not too much. And the only one I could find that I like. So we're gonna use that for the truck, and we're also gonna mount my favorite tire of all time. I use this on all my car. It's the Maxxis VR1. They're summer tires and they're sticky. They're great for the track. I love these tires. So now it's ready to mount it. Before we mount it, I'm going to put a valve stem. Coming to the back right here, as you can see, there's this plastic bed liner right here. We're going to remove this as well. It traps a lot of dirt and dust underneath the bed liner and cause rust and moisture. So it's really bad for the truck, even though it looks kind of nice. But we're going to get rid of that, and sometime in the future I'll fix all the little imperfection on the truck bed and probably seal it up real good. For now, we're going to remove this. And of course, we couldn't leave the bed open like that. It looks so bad. So what I have right here inside this box is a tonneau cover for the bed. Now this is made for the Toyota Tacoma. It's a 6-foot version. It's not made for the Mazda B2000, but we're going to modify it for it to work. I heard that it does work on it, but I don't know for sure yet. So we're going to try it out and see what happens. All right, good news. This bed cover does fit the Mazda B2000 with a little modification. All I did was use a 1-inch square tube, and I cut it in about 1 or 2 inch in length, and I placed it underneath the bed, lip right here off the bed. So here's the square tube. So basically I cut it in pieces, and it goes underneath this lip right here, or behind that lip. And then the clamp will clamp it down, simply because the clamp is just too long and it won't clamp down on it. So if you put a square tube, it should act as a spacer, and that should work for the Mazda B2000. Now I'm just going to leave it and let it stretch for a few days so all the wrinkle will disappear. And there we have it. It looks great. The wheel fitment looks better than I expected. I thought it'd poke out a little bit more, but it didn't. I think I could lower the truck a little bit more, maybe another inch or two. And also, what do you guys think about the chrome grille? For me personally, I'm not a big fan of it. I might go back to the black grille. That's just my preference. But I'm not done with the cosmetic of the truck yet. This is just the beginning stage. We are going to transform it to being more heavily modified. Nothing too crazy, but it's going to be more like a track-ready truck. It's going to be a track aero and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Hyper Speed Media